We back, baby. We back, 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 we back. Are we back now? Are we back? 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 Well, I don't know. Are we? We back? I feel like there are still people who aren't back. We good now? Okay, Marco. Beautiful. There we go. That wasn't so hard. I think I found what the problem was too. See, the issue that I have there is that my internet, it buckles for just a second, you know? It only buckles for an incredibly short period of time too, because it doesn't even interrupt the rest of my connections. For the rest of you, like, I see chat continue to move by. However, it says reconnecting down in the bottom right, and it never actually reconnects. It never does it. So my internet will be fine for like minutes, and it will never actually fix itself. I looked online, and it seems like somebody had this issue and was able to fix it by changing something in the encoding settings. So I think I fixed it. From now on, I'm pretty sure, reasonably sure, that if we have any internet troubles, I will be able to quickly come back, like I used to be able to. Balthazar with the $2, can you check Sake Tanuki Dono from the beginning? Of course I can, comrade. 5.0 with the $5. You better use this for the start of a PS4 fund. I promise I will, comrade. I promise I will. Let me go back to whatever donation I allegedly missed from the beginning of the stream. Donation history. Balthazar with the $5. One day I will JoJo memify you. I can't watch anymore because of copyright, dude. But dude, the fucking Yarno's theme is like transcendentally good. It's fucking wild how good it is. And Balthazar with the $2, 28-inch curved monitor incoming. One day, comrade, one day. Okay, there we go. Did Big Pelosi take down my stream? Oh, you know it. I should get a Yorno emote, shouldn't I? Yorno Giovanni. Tell us about Pelosi? What did I even cut out on? I don't even care anymore. I will never play Red Dead Redemption on this stream. It will never happen. Why doesn't Vaush appreciate music? Wait, I fucking love the Giorno theme. Dun dun da 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 dun 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 Jojo golden wind. Holy shit, beware the purple one for the 25 bucks. Thank you. Hi, would you have any arguments against the brain rot that infects Blue Dog Dems? Most of my family members super support unions, but unironically believe the left is satanic, Nazbol wannabes. Comrade, I have never... Oh, that's a good idea, Friendly Skeletor. Comrade, I have never in my life met a Blue Dog Democrat. I have never. I have only 2 monitors. I wouldn't even, like, know, like what drives them. I genuinely don't get it. Like, what do you want? Like, what are their goals? They like unions. Okay, cool. What? I genuinely don't know. I'd be at odds. I'd need to familiarize myself with those arguments because I have never met a pro-union reactionary in my life. Except for, like, Nazbols or whatever. Sake Tanuki with the $5. Did the Hibernian clover pill your stream? The Hibernians are the only reason I was able to get it back up, actually. Yeah, Blue Dog Democrats feel like they're dying off because the Rust Belt is dying as well. It doesn't seem like there's a reason to be one anymore. You know. Wasn't there a thing here? I'm not sure, Hyena. It depends on how I feel. Why do you ask? Anyway, thank you, Sake Tanuki. I wish they clover-pilled me a little bit harder and kept the stream from going down in the first place. Welcome back, everyone who came back. From now on, we shouldn't be having those problems anymore. Yeah, Hyena, we'll see if I'm feeling well enough to DM. Depression's a bitch. Play Disco Elysium on stream? Maybe. Yeah, Posadas John. Oh, about the king's middle finger? Oh, it reminds me of Pelosi's fucking clap. When Pelosi extended her hands fucking 2 inches in front of her before clapping, and all the libs just flooded their pants with diarrheatic excitement. Just absolutely fucking bowled their jeans, their jorts out with liquid shit. Wait, what's happening? Why is White Nervosa dealing with harassment? Do I need to kill you all? Amorphous Doom with the $5. Thank you. Can you please link wherever Hyena streams? I have no idea what site she even streams on. Sorry for being a pleb. And thanks for the chill streams. Ha! Hey, comrade, the chill streams are to our mutual benefit. Type !vermin in chat, like Hyena just did. And you'll be able to see it. She streams on Twitch, the world's largest streaming site. Sake Tanuki with the $5. Thank you. Do you think the Democratic Party is trying to commit Sudoku? They seem to be trying to kill any chance they have of the future by screwing any leftist movement in the party. Well, that's the thing, right, comrade? Like, Democrats will do what it takes to win as long as that means, as long as that doesn't mean going against their corporate donors. This has long been a tradition. This has been a tremendous tradition in the American Democrat Party, you know? They'll do anything it takes to win as long as it's not getting too close to socialism. I saw that article, Bouncy Boy. It was pretty stupid. Would I fuck a hot twink or a big booby hottie? You mean, like, if I had to choose between the two, or can I fuck both? Because you haven't... You didn't say, would you rather fuck either. You just said, would you fuck both? Yeah, both works for me. Choose between the two? Probably a hot twink right now, because I've already got a big booby hottie. Yeah, you gotta diversify. I never had a Christopher Hitchens fanboy phase. He always came off as an unlikable cunt to me no matter what. But 2 big booby hotties? Listen, I only have 2 hands, okay? There's only so many boobies I can hold at once. Oh, Gyro, I have 300 hours in Dark Souls 3. Sake Tanuki with the $5. Thank you. Do you think a Kingmaker third party would be more effective than attempts by JDs? Justice Democrats, only 3 actual progressive ones exist, and all in the House to take over the party. The issue is a third Kingmaker party would probably end up guaranteeing Republicans win every single time. You know? Like, think if all the people who voted Green in each election instead voted Democrat. The Democrats would win pretty much every time, right? Or at least more often than they do now. Big boy! That's kind of the problem with the Kingmaker Party. I genuinely don't know. I love the idea of a Kingmaker Socialist Party, but the pragmatic reality of it kind of seems like it would just split the vote and ensure Republicans win, like, every time. It's tough, though. I don't know. I could look more into it, maybe. And arguing with a Mickey D's worker who loves capitalism and is black and doesn't believe in systemic racism. How do we convince these people? Yeah, I don't fucking know. There are so many dumbass people out there. I can't keep up. So many tiny brain Dumbo boys. Sake Tanuki with the $5. Thank you. 45% don't vote at all. It seems way easier to get them than play a cynical zero-sum game with the GOP. Yeah, but you would end up splitting those who do vote as well. I feel like the best bet actually would be for the more radically progressive constituents of the Democratic Party to put a huge amount of effort into local elections. If you can convince people who are previously disenfranchised by elections, you know, the people who don't vote, to go and, like, participate in local elections for progressive Democrats, I feel as though that would be a pretty effective way of getting them to move over, to care about politics again. Oh yeah, thanks for killing that enemy, bro. Is it transphobic to misgender Jessica Yaniv? Yes, it is, I'm afraid. Even for bad, shitty people, it is still transphobic to misgender them. I'd be fine with mandatory voting. Mandatory voting would mean the Republicans would literally never win again. Do I have any opinion on God, fucking reading chat. On non-compete and or thought slime? I don't like thought slime and non-compete doesn't like me. Damn it, dude, the timing on that. Dude! This is my fault. Okay, come on. Come on. That was too close as well. That was a little better. Can you do your hand slam? Can you do your hand slam? Slam! Slam! You can parry the giant? No, you can't. Yeah, no, you can't. Slam! What position do I have to be in to maximize the likelihood of you slamming? Any plans on collabing with Mouthy Infidel? I don't really like collabing, but I will say Mouthy Infidel is a very talented rhetorician. Credit where credit is due. Tiny, tiny YouTuber. Okay, dude. Maybe over here? Will you vote for whoever the Dem nominee is? Yeah, of course. There we go. The alternative is letting the Republicans win, which is worse. There we go. With the threat of global warming, there's no longer any room. Oh, shit. Sake Tanuki with the $5, thank you. There was a poll of non-voters after 2016. Top 2 reasons people didn't vote were no candidate represents me and my vote didn't matter. That was 51% of respondents. Yeah, dude, there's a huge amount of fucking ennui in this country. There's a huge amount of political disenfranchisement and alienation. We can capitalize on that because we speak to a lot of why they're so underrepresented. Okay, last one. Jesus, there we go. Oh, Claudia, have a good one, comrade. Have a good morning? It's Australia, right? Would vote for Joe Biden? Listen, if voting for Joe Biden means not voting for Trump, then yes, I would make that vote. I understand we have to pressure the DNC to do better, but I think we have to do that internally. I don't think that works with the vote. Whether or not the Democratic Party wins, all of the people who work for it, all of the big players, still make millions of dollars in corporate donations. We can't hit them there. The way to hit them isn't at the voting poll. That's when we beat the Republicans. The way we beat the corrupt DNC and their rigged games isn't by not voting for them when the alternative is a Republican presidency. The way we do that is by playing our own games, by beating them at that, by aggressively campaigning, by voting in local elections, by putting pressure on them outside the primaries. Oh boy. Sake Tanuki with the $5. Couldn't a third party speak better to disfranchise people by speaking out to the real culprit, capitalism? Joe Biden's energy plan will doom us about as fast as Trump's. Well, yeah, we could, but then the Republicans would win because we would end up splitting votes from Democrats as well. I don't think that a Joe Biden presidency would be as destructive as a Trump presidency. I know Joe Biden's energy plan is really bad, but like Trump is really fucking bad. Also, think of more radical elements. Trump's election into office has led to an incredible increase in the number of white nationalist terror attacks, the incredible increase in the number of hate crimes done by those groups. Think about it. The fact that Trump is the president and the fact that Trump's administration is the one in power is probably one of the reasons why the FBI isn't working so hard to combat white nationalist terrorism in this country as well. Trump opens the door to much worse shit. We have to make sure he doesn't get into office. A kingmaker party would increase the likelihood of getting into office. So that's that as far as I'm concerned. A kingmaker party might be more viable when we really do have both sides of the same situation. But right now we don't. The Republican Party is empirically worse in basically every respect to the Democratic Party. Oh, oh my god. No denying that, Posadas John. Skaven. I like the broadsword. Anyway, not trying to be all doomer in here. Nice, hyena. Big brain. Clap. Did you get the Executioner's Greatsword? I don't think I have it yet. Doesn't the Executioner's Greatsword come later? Wait, do I have it? Oh, do you mean the Exile's Greatsword? Oh, hello. Wait! Wait, this is an actual online player. Wait, hold on. No, the lag. No! I was not ready for that at all. Sake Tanuki with the $5. Thank you. I just can't vote for a neoliberal party that never seems to learn from decades of mistakes. I blindly loaded them for multiple cycles. If they want my second, third, or fourth choice, they better give me RCV. Yeah, no, I completely understand your perspective, comrade. I just don't think that the primaries are the right time to, like, the Democratic Party would literally rather never again win an election than they would allow us a step towards socialism. They don't care. That's just not it doesn't matter to them, like, period. It's far more important to prevent the advent of socialist thought in this country. So for that reason, I don't think we're going to be able to get them to move left with the primaries. I think we're going to be able to get them to move left in other ways. And Biden could very well win against Trump, as embarrassing as that is for everyone. Maybe Posadas John. No, Hyena. Biden can't win the primary, though? It depends on where you look. I'm glad to hear that, Totoro's dad. I am honored to be able to provide that service. Yeah, Sake Tanuki with the $5. Thank you. They can't accuse Bernie of spoiling the race if their anointed candidate comes in third behind Bernie and Trump. Well, they still will, though, Sake Tanuki. You have far more hope. You are far more optimistic than I am in the prospects for the Democratic Party to respond to the needs of its constituency. You're relying on putting pressure on them to change. I'm relying on us changing them for them. But again, this is all very esoteric, divisive. We don't have a Kingmaker party, and we probably never will in our lifetimes, so. What matters most to me is that I get to spend time with my friends. Which is you guys. Yeah? That's the move we're doing? Good move. Sake Tanuki with the $5. You're being very, very generous today to me, comrade. Biden can't form a coherent paragraph? Buddy, trust me, you do not need to tell me Biden is worth impugning, comrade. I did see that duck list. Biden is a phenomenally bad candidate. It's extraordinary how bad Biden is. And it says a lot about the Democratic Party that this is where we're at, you know? Skitty, a Kingmaker party is a third party in what is effectively a two-party system that controls enough of the votes that their support gets to decide who wins the election. Hideyoshi the Khan with the 279. Thank you. Do you think parents should have to be licensed? Absolutely not. While there are many bad parents out there, I don't agree with the soft eugenics policy of setting barriers before parenting that essentially mean only that wealthier people or privileged people are more likely to be able to become parents. Sake Tanuki with the additional and very generous $5 donation. Is Joe Manchin ill worth keeping? He votes with Trump 76% of the time and should be yeeted with all the other blue dogs. I'm sorry, Sake Tanuki, but at this point you have come up against the limits of my electoral knowledge. Most of the knowledge I have is theoretical, not electoral. I don't actually know who that is. If you believe they should be yeeted, I mean, I tend to agree with your politics, so I imagine I would agree with you. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. We're embering up, baby. Joe Manchin is a Republican in Democrat clothing? Well... God damn it, dude. The way that shield wall follow-up attack is timed guarantees that you get hit by the mace swing if you attempted to dodge out of the way of the shield bash. Oh, Somniostatic. Have a good sleep, comrade. I always struggled with this guy. My own damn fault, of course. Alright, folks. It's the cuck zone. Where is he? Where is he? Yep! Oh! But my sword hurties. Oh, Chappie, the moon landing hoax theory is harmful because, in my experience, it tends to be accompanied by like, radically, like... You know what? I take it back. The moon landing was a hoax. Forget it. Sake Tanuki with the $5. Do you think all parents of heritable diseases or indicator markings of disability should be mandatorily informed about the condition before the 3rd trimester and given the option to abort? I mean, I think everyone should be given the option to abort. I think that doctors should be required to disclose any information they have on the state of the child to the parents, unless the parents specifically request or opt out of that information. That's my opinion. Now, will this lead invariably to more parents aborting children that have, like, recognizable diseases? Probably. Yeah. But I do think that's their right. I mean, I have to. If I believe it's not unethical to have an abortion, then... How much do you know about the lore of the Cathedral of the Deep? Quite a bit. Do you think Dark Souls could work on Nintendo 64? Like, the genre of game could function on Nintendo 64. But, I don't think the game itself could. Probably not. Shit. Okay, wait, hold on. Where are you? Kirk? There you are. Yeah, that's true, Gyro. Soon I will be a finger of Rosaria. Kirk? Kirk? You're weak, Kirk. Is this another player? No, this is an NPC invasion. Where are you in Tulsi Gabbard? I don't like Tulsi Gabbard at all. Any chance of me liking Tulsi Gabbard got blown the fuck out with her comments on Rojava. Spow with the tier 2 subscription. Thank you, comrade. Hey, it's already been 3 months of subscription. I don't have enough for a 3-month sub in my card right now, but it's coming. Ah, comrade. If you ain't got enough, there's no shame whatsoever in taking a hiatus on the donos or subscriptions or what have you. But I am nonetheless overwhelmingly appreciative of the subscription, and I hope you enjoy the fancy name color. Me too, Hyena. And Sake Tanuki with the $5. Thank you. If only we could tax evangelical churches to pay for, oh, Hideyoshi Kama 279. Is gene editing a form of eugenics? I don't think so. Maybe. It fits in the same ballpark. Pay for publicly funded abortion and Hallmark cards being automatically sent to the churches, thanking them for providing the service. Yeah, it's really fucked up to me. It's really fucked up to me that the government's official stance on abortion, you know, with the Supreme Court and stuff, is that abortion is fine and dandy, but tax dollars can't pay for Planned Parenthood abortions. That's really fucked up to me. Like, what are we doing? How did we ever let that become the case? What happened with Tulsi? I really didn't like Tulsi's position in Rojava. Plus, there's that weird Hindu nationalist like stuff, and I don't like her. I don't like her take on anti-interventionalism. You've been avoiding politics so you don't go full doomer, but you watch my stream, Belize Bub? How does that work? Alright, we're not talking about Tulsi right now. Can we show... Alright, we're getting less political now. Alright, we're toning it down. We're getting less political, okay? Yeah, guys, listen. Politics is pretty cringe, actually. It's pretty cringe, really. Uh-oh, this is cringe, I think. Sake Tanuki with the $5. I really hope the amendment that fixes the Hyde Amendment, no public dollars for abortion, is called the Jekyll Amendment. We can only hope, except it should be reversed, really, because it's very Jekyllian to try and prevent that, and very Hydean to step ahead and confidently, like a Chad, declare that tax dollars should indeed be going towards abortions. Can we talk about white male stuff to stay unpolitical? Yeah, listen, I thought for some nice non-political topics we could talk about the latest Call of Duty game. I have not seen its Squoshalist. Maybe I will soon. We gotta take a break from the politics, though. The reason I didn't do a political stream today is because I'm having a bit of a depressive episode. Because doing the political stuff is a lot more taxing than doing the video game stuff. So the point of doing this is to chill. Yeah, you know how it be, Mind Waves. Spyro again after this? Probably. I'll probably go back to the second Spyro game after this. Sake Tanuki with the $5, thank you. I already deal with enough white male stuff, feels lonely, man. Is that a masturbation joke? I love you, comrade. At least we have each other, in a non-parasocial way. And Captain McMillan with the tier 1 sub, thank you. My 3-month sub also ran out. Can't afford to always get the high tier sub, so rip my top fan badge. Captain McMillan, your fandom, your fanship, your fanness is entirely not at all related to what type of color your chat name is wearing, okay, comrade? Just you chilling, hopping around, hip and hopping around. That's enough. Skitty asked if you had any tips on introducing politics into apolitical social clout. The best thing that you can probably do to get people on board with politics in a relatively non-political space is try to reach out and find shared concerns. So I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. Even though changing capitalism, even though a socialist revolution would have an infinitely greater impact in the life of the average person than, say, letting women and gay people and black people be in movies, people will get way more upset with the latter than they will the former. I don't give a fuck about the Patches quest line. People will get way more upset over progressivism than they will economic democracy. If you start talking about how like white dudes are too fragile and media already caters to them enough, most people are gonna lose their shit. Possibly Spao, but I try not to. Most people are going to lose their shit. But if you talk about like, hey, money's been really tight for like everyone lately, right? You know, wouldn't it be like really fucking cool if the economy started to work for like average people rather than being designed to siphon off money for the uber wealthy? If you can introduce people to politics with these like Bernie-esque kind of populist talking points that basically anyone can come to agree with, I think you'll have a lot more success than you would if you started talking about progressive issues. Of course, I don't know your audience and I don't know your situation, but that's how I would go about it. Sake Tanuki with the $5, thank you. Thank you very much. If White Nervosa could figure out a way to get Super Chats and Streamlabs donations to appear in the chat, then the API would be cucked and it wouldn't miss any more donos. Yes, that would be ideal, but the way White Nervosa has described it to me makes it seem as though it's quite difficult. Metro Exodus might be on the table in the future. If we could do that, though, if we could have all of the fucking donos appear, like, that'd be excellent, undeniably. An imperialist battle mage with the $5. Is interventionist foreign policy justifiable / good insofar as it serves proletarian internationalism? I think you've said in the past that self-determination is desirable only so much as it is useful. Yes, I believe that is the case. I don't think it's intrinsically a good or a bad thing, self-determination, in a national sense. In an individual sense, I always believe it's a good thing. Interventionalism can be a good thing. Look at how American military support allowed Rojava, a true democratic, libertarian, socialist, progressive, at least in a political sense, paradise, to flourish in the Middle East. That's pretty amazing. And it happened because they were given space to breathe by American interventionalism. That doesn't mean American interventionalism is typically a good thing. In fact, quite often it's not. But it does mean that in that instance, it was very, very useful. Nova Illuminati with the $5. I know it's rough doing your political work. I hope you feel better and know that you're appreciated. Oh, I know that I'm appreciated, comrade. My depressive tendencies have never been dependent on feelings of low self-worth. Low self-worth has never at any point been relevant to my low points. It's always a little bit more abstract, unfortunately. Once again, Sake Tanuki, I'd like to thank you for being so generous today's stream. Not saying I necessarily agree with this, but aren't you technically arguing for American soldiers dying to defend another country, Rojava? Yes. Yeah. I'm not a nationalist. If American soldiers can go abroad and do something good and just and ethical for other people, then I'll always argue in favor of that. Oh. Hey! God, this guy's huge! What's your biggest irrational fear? Insects, snakes, drowning? Cosmic indifference. No, it's probably cosmological events. Cosmetological events really get me. The idea of... Wait, actually, I can find it. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. How's the weather for you today? I didn't leave the house today. Wait, hold on. Pat Stallsmith, the $2. Is a sandwich really a sandwich if it has no cheese? Debatable. Imperial Battle Mage with a tier 1 sub, thank you. Didn't notice my sub expired, was thinking more specifically about installing socialism in other states. That I'm less in favor... I could be in favor of that, but it would have to be a very conditional thing. I could be in favor of it, but in all likelihood the implementation would... Well, it wouldn't appeal to me. There's something I'm trying to specifically find. Alaska Face with the $5. Thank you, comrade. I struggle with depression too. Solidarity, comrade. Also, how much bandwidth do you need to stream? To stream at like 1080p, 60 FPS, it's recommended, I think, that you have somewhere between 4,000 and 6,000 bitrate. I stream at 9K bitrate. The maximum YouTube will even accept is 10K. My internet is really, really good when it's not occasionally dropping out. When it's functioning as normal, it's very, very good. So it can pump out quite a bit. Okay, this shit. Somebody did a GIF of the moon if it was as close to the Earth as the International Space Station. This would be how quickly it would move in real time. It's not transparent. You're seeing the atmosphere in front of it. That's what it would actually look like. This is how quickly it would have to move to not collide into the Earth and maintain its current orbit. And then it blocks out the sun. Oh wait, no, it didn't. It cut out before that point. When it blocks out the sun, it's a full, it's a full eclipse. Why would it cut out there? The GIF I remember had it. Is this it? Oh, this is it. Oh, this is it in actual speed. This is the actual speed it would need to be. It would rotate around the Earth like, oh my god. It would rotate around the Earth like once every minute, basically. Look at that. This actually makes me like palm sweaty when I look at it. This is fucking horrifying to me. Why this is so cool? I mean, those are my fears, right? I remember I had a, this depresses you? No, this is a fear of mine. This doesn't depress me. But yeah, it's one of the reasons why Majora's Mask got me a lot as a kid. Also, another pointer. I remember I had a dream, a nightmare once. Okay, we're going into story mode. I had a nightmare once that was so it was so compelling or so, I don't know, upsetting that I remembered it. Like, I still remember it. It's still with me. Oh shit. Hold on. Not today, bucko. Not today. I am a fan of cosmic horror. Anyway, I had a dream where I was like, I was at like school or something, or maybe I was just at my family's place. It was at some like familiar residence. I was pretty young at the time. I was like 15 years old. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was like 15 years old or something like that. And I was in, and I had to leave. There was some kind of event. It felt like a school dance or something like that. And when I arrived, it was just me at first, and I had to dance there. But then things started shaking, and everything went really horribly wrong. I don't know how exactly it happened or the procession of events which took place, but the floor began to slant. The floor was initially flat. It was hardwood. And it began to slant inwards, like the two halves of the floor bisected, and began to tilt inwards slightly, so I would be drawn in towards the center of the room. And then the wood started to splinter, like it got really spiky, and the whole building collapsed around me. It like all collapsed around its outer walls. So I was just there, and I could see the sky, and it was dark. And up in the sky, as like the whole Earth was being torn apart by these, whatever, gravitational forces, up there in the sky was like the entire cosmetological, mysteria of the universe. Planets and astral dust and star belts and asteroids rotating, and all of it was in some way hurting the planet, you know? Like it was tearing us up, tidal forces, I'm not entirely sure. But I was so horrified, and I just looked up at all of the space and stuff while the splintered wood pulled me into the center and ground me to bits. It was very scary. Also, she has booby. We'll deal with covenants later. Balthazar with the $2. Our moons will block out the sun? I really hope not. And Balthazar with the $2. Is it just me, or does this area reek of Castlevania? I mean, possibly. After all, Dark Souls is Western mythos inspired, so... Is this DLC? Vaush, I don't remember this. This is just a secret area. It's to the Covenant Rosaria's fingers. She allows you to re-roll your build for the cost of one... what is it, tongue? Possibly, Posada Sean. What happens when you touch a bloodstain? Excellent question. When you touch a bloodstain, you see the memory of a player who died here. It's me, Depression, with the $5. I go to a Catholic high school. One of the teachers talked about his Twitter fights with Groypers, but then the tonation went away. Yes, it's the pale tongue, that's right. But then he says things like Frozen is LGBT propaganda. Jesus Christ. I mean, to the credit of the average dipshit, do keep in mind that there is some gap between being a homophobe and being a literal Nazi. There is a gap between those two groups. You might want to ask him if he feels comfortable sharing the same opinion on media that they do. There you go, friendly Skeletor. No big. Oh, guys, how's Frozen 2? Should I watch it? Is there any worth... Should I talk about it? Maybe I should talk about it. Are the really inhuman monsters also the product of human deaths? Yes, everything you fight in this series, all of it, even those monsters, are basically humans that have suffered some kind of horrible fate. Those bloated things are creatures that have reborn their bodies too many times through Rosaria, the woman with the big maggot ass. I heard it was bad. It's awful. Uh-oh. Guys, remember when Pixar made good movies? Does everyone remember that? The dogs aren't humans? Thank you, Bash. Wait, that wasn't made by Pixar? Wait, a different studio made it? Which studio made it? It's just a Disney studio movie? Oh, that's so embarrassing, dude. What's the last decent Pixar movie to you? I didn't see, I didn't see Inside Out. Was Zootopia wasn't Pixar, right? No, it was DreamWorks. Wall-E was good, yeah. I don't know, dude. They've been on a fucking L streak for a while. Yeah, Frozen was never that good. Like, obviously Frozen wasn't as good as it deserved, but I genuinely don't understand the media frenzy over Frozen for the most part. It's just not that good. Zootopia's pro-cop propaganda? I'd say that's worth it, considering how much porn has been made. Oh, Shackley, I don't know. I don't use protein right now. I haven't gotten around to it. Hey, Pessimist with a tier 2 sub. Thank you very much, comrade. Stan from across the lake here. Had a really bad faith argument with my boss in the last hour of work, and it took a lot from me. Conservative DP on tight lip-soak boyhole. Good to have a chill DS3 stream once again. I want to scream. Comrade, discussing politics with your boss, that's a brave, brave move. I respect it, though. Don't get yourself fired, okay? I'm glad to be here with you. What drugs have I done? Weed? 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 Wait, something just occurred to me. Is it just me? Or is there no difference between the Tier 1 and Tier 2 subscription colors anymore? Bernie Sandinista with the $2. Thank you. Coco was great. Coco was pretty damn good. Yeah, they're basically the same. Hold on. There. Now they're differentiated. Everyone refresh. I'll refresh it on my end as well. Oh, that's so dark. Hold on. I thought it would look better. God help me. That's so dark. Hold on. Color stream. There we go. It's fixed. I confirmed. It's fixed. It's fixed. I confirmed it. It's fixed. Okay, now I'm going to refresh cache of current page. There, now you're fucking darker. Still gross? Suck my dick. We have to redo the subcolors anyway. Wait, why are you super dark now? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, why does this happen? Why did Tier 4 turn to that? Okay. I think I fixed it? No, I didn't. It defaults to the accent color. Why? Fine, then I'll just give it the accent color then. There we go. There we go. Ah, I see where the bug is. I see where the bug is. I can tell White Nervosa later. There we go. There we go. Now I will reset the chat. It's the... Yeah, okay. There we go. No, Gayfesh, I'm not fucking with colors. I'm trying to fix them, actually. There we go. There we go. There we go. Clear distinctions. Looks fine. Will live. Yeah, I need to do another response to John Doyle. Oh god, sorry, last thing. Isn't John Doyle, like, really big on YouTube now? Yeah, 123,000 subscribers. Presented at a university. Yeah. Why SJWs hate comedy and Joker. How many subs? 123,000. Liberals try to ruin Joker movie. Dave Chappelle triggers liberal media. Somehow I thought he was above this, but I guess this is what makes the most money. I'll keep that in mind, Skaven. Have a good one. I miss the John Doyle days. I was making 1/10 as much money as I am today. But yeah. Sluts should be shamed, TBH. Heck off, commie. Alright, if we go this far back, this is back when I was criticizing him. That's why some of these videos are watched. You want to tell him about the other live thing or not yet? I don't know what you're talking about, Hyena. Oh. No, not until things are confirmed. I won't inform chat of this incredibly exciting potential business opportunity / video / debate until I have everything set and the dates confirmed. Oh wait, I didn't put a space there. Oh man, he has his fucking lumps here. Holy shit. 18,000 subscribers. Okay, this was back when he and I would beef. It was right at the beginning of this huge jump for him. 25,000 subscribers in a month? Are you fucking kidding me? I wish I could get that many in a month. The most subs I've ever had in a month was like 7,000. He has his ups and his downs. What about views, though? In terms of total views, I'm still beating him, though. Yeah, I'm definitely beating him there. His total views are about 7.2 million, which I think is comparable to my total views. But in terms of views per month, I'm still beating him on that. I think your fan base is more dedicated. I have an extremely dedicated fan base. Yeah, I get a huge number of views. A huge number of views. Relative to my channel size. This is really petty, Vaush, not gonna lie. Oh, I'm interested. Also, guys, last month hype! Look at that! Yay! Yay! Won't last forever, but how's my audience retention? Pretty good. I've never had a crazy spike the way that, say, like, J-Reg has. I've never had, like, this insane fucking rocketing up to the top. The way J-Reg has. Like, look at this shit, dude. J-Reg went from, like, non-existent for a huge time, and then just fucking bam. Just bam. Now, fucking tens of thousands of subs every month. I've never had this massive jump like this. I tend to have a really slow, steady climb, you know? So like here it was slow, and then my subs just kind of decreased for a while. But around here I got better at marketing myself, and then here, you know what I mean? My views have always been stellar, though. That's the slow and steady is more sustainable. Oh, definitely, especially since I'm a streamer. I need consistent income to be able to live at this point. But my views have always been what I'm most proud of, you know? Yeah, I've been getting recommendations for JREG like crazy, too. What I wish I could get is a real breakout video. Like a real breakout video. Something that escapes the internet blood sports sphere and starts, we'll fix it one day, never failure. Something that breaks out of that and like enters like normie political discourse. That's what I'm really interested in seeing. The closest I've come really is that Contra video I did recently, which might end up being the most viewed video on my channel after a long enough time. Yeah, breakout videos have to be shorter. There's no way I'm going to make a 2-hour breakout video. But if I did something... Well, if I did something like short and catchy... Oh, shit. Hey, Nova Illuminati with the $5. Thank you. Pokemon games were interesting at first. Now it feels like a quick cash grab with a new skin with zero depth. Yeah, I've always hated the Pokemon franchise. It's incredibly samey. And I know there's a lot of strategy to the higher end, like, PvP matchups or whatever, but the story has always been, like, the same gist. It's the same thing, like, always. Do we get him? Got him. Yeah, doing a few edited game videos would be a good idea. I need to talk to Thermia more. Maybe instead of having Thermia, like, do my main videos, he can do edits of existing videos, and I can pay him 1/2 of my YouTube income off of that, you know? Maybe that would be a good idea. That would probably end up netting him like $1,000 a month. That's a fine amount to pay an editor for, like, free-form content, right? I think that's perfectly reasonable. The health bar was above its head, Coladict. I would have had to look all the way up. Wait, funny rhetorician, do you know John Doyle? Yeah, debating Destiny would be pretty huge. Jim Sterling? I don't know if Jim Sterling cares enough about politics to want to get involved with an anarchist. Half of income off videos he edits? No, half of my total YouTube income. I don't like collabing very much. Oh, gotcha, funny rhetorician. Instantly, interesting. You should probably just pay him for all the videos he puts up on his channel. I'm not going to pay him for the videos he puts up on his channel. You've been competing and coaching for 12 years? Oh, nice, funny rhetorician. What do you think of my performance? I know it's not the same as formal debate, but I think I've got my... I think I've got my pants on tight. I think I've got my shoes laced. No, I mean repost them on yours. That'd probably be a good idea, yeah. Collabing helps with the algorithm. If I'm going to collab with somebody, with all due respect, I want it to be with somebody bigger than me. I get really, really anxious doing collabs. I don't know why. I just do. I just don't like it. I know, very different format, but I'm sure you get the premise, funny rhetorician. I would never switch to full-time streaming on Twitch, no. I would only want to get on there so I can benefit from their talk shows and stuff. Thank you, funny rhetorician. I try my best. I try my best to improve, too. You should collab with Maddox? I actually found out that Maddox, fucking follows me on Twitter, so I assume he's seen my content. Isn't that wild? Yeah, somebody with a similar sized audience would also be good. The thing is, I know this sounds like super fucking conceited, so I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or anything, but I feel like my audience is larger than what an audience should be for my sub count, you know? Yeah, the best page in the universe, Maddox. I feel like usually people with sub 50k subs, like, don't have the same level of influence that I do. At this point, basically every Nazi online, every, like, online Nazi, all of the big figures, have me, like, on their brain fucking 24/7. All of the big breadtube, they know that I exist. I feel like I have more reach than you would typically expect from a channel of my size. I don't know much about Bertrand Russell. Think we can do Deacons of the Deep with just the 2 Estus flasks? Go to university and do public debates? I would love to. That's because you start shit? I don't start shit! I don't start shit with the left. I don't start shit with the left. I really don't. I don't make an effort to. Yeah, my sub to view ratio is fantastic, which I hope to keep up. Nothing saddens me quite as much as a channel that has 250,000 subscribers but only manages like 10 or 20k views per video. True, Dairy Cypher. One of these days I'm going to get on the Chapo Trap House podcast, okay? The Dick Show cult is almost worse than D.GG. You know that Dick Masterson is also a Nazi. He recently defended Nick Fuentes. He's either a Nazi or he's too stupid to realize that Nick Fuentes is a Nazi. Alright guys, Deacon of the Deep, chase the glow. Where's it going? Where's it going? Go on the Michael Brooks show? Guys, if I could get on the Michael Brooks show, I would go on the Michael Brooks show. Trust me. It's Chappie Trap House? Duly noted. Big weapon swings. We gotta get in there or they start casting Doom. No, Silence. That turned out to be a fake. I don't know if the Chapo people know I exist. Dick is an edgy boy, and by that I mean a douche who says edgy things to gain attention. I mean, sure, but so are a lot of Nazis. It's just a joke, you know? Maybe this is just me being super politics-brained. Maybe this is just me being, like, super biased. But I can't fathom a person knowing that Nick Fuentes exists and not knowing that he's a Nazi. I can't fathom that. I can't imagine his, like, crypto attempt. Humanist Report follows me on Twitter. Remind me what the Humanist Report does? No. Write a book so you can get interviews about it? That seems like a not efficient use of my time. John Doyle's the type of debater... Oh, shit! Oh, they're doing the thing! I don't mean this question to sound like, you jerking yourself off, but do you see yourself in the future being so unavoidable and large that you can, for a lack of better words, be calling the shots in terms of prominent leftist content? I hope so. There's no limit to my ambition. I don't care. Pardon me for sounding arrogant, but when I look at, like, broader political discourse, I'm kind of disgusted with how people handle it. People on the left, people on the right, I hate it. I hate all of it. I'm disgusted by it. What I want is to be in control of all of it. Now, obviously, that's never going to happen, because I'm not God, but I can influence it to the greatest possible extent, and that's what I'm going to try and do, always, no matter what. Yeah, definitely never failure. I'm not an authoritarian, you guys. If people see problems in the world, they all wish they could just get down and just fix it, you know? Everyone wishes that with a little bit of elbow grease, they can pull up their sleeves and just go ahead and fix the world's problems. Everyone believes that, you know? I'm in a position where my ambition might end up actually allowing me to do some small portion of that. I have not talked about the recent shit with Elysian. Marcy, what an incredible stream topic. That's incredible normie bait. That's incredible normie bait. I have to cover that.
Very well. Then take nourishment. Let these souls withdrawn from their essence.
We gotta get our endurance up.
Farewell, Ashen One.
How do I smuggle a Dutch boyfriend into the US? Tell them to stop wearing clogs. They're super loud. Christy Winters raided my Twitter the other day. I think it might actually be time. It might actually be time for me to take Christy Winters down a peg. I really do not like Christy Winters. I don't think she's good for the left. I don't think she's good for feminism. I don't think she's good for fucking women. I don't think she's good for anything. I don't think that Christy Winters contributes anything positive to discourse. Yeah, what a fake progressive. It might actually be time for me to give her a talking to.
Use what?
I don't know who this is. She's a fucking faux progressive, like, second wave feminist who cares only about, like, woke scolding and doesn't actually engage in any good rhetoric and actually actively acts to the detriment of people who try to. She's a never Bernier. She'll never vote for Bernie. When I did my recent debate with Sargon, afterwards she was like, well, they're both bad. Sargon, and Vaush said retarded. Holy shit. Can you do a Kamala Harris stream? Yeah, I should. Hello there, sweet cheeks. No. Okay. No, Christy Winters isn't like Lily Orchard bad. She's not that bad, no. She doesn't even have 10k subs, but she's weirdly influential. Weirdly influential for someone of her size. Hold on. Anon with the $3. Hey, Vaush, that mod for the Sargon debate was a fucking hack. Also, you're too... True. Also, you're too optimistic about the nature of humans when forming your political opinions? I disagree. I think that human beings will act in accordance with the environmental incentives that are placed in front of them. I don't think that all humans are just going to get up and do the right thing just by virtue of them being good people. I think people generally act in their own self-interest. And sometimes we live in societies where one's own self-interest is to do bad things, and sometimes it's to do good things. Whether or not somebody's actually acting in their own self-interest can also be influenced by the extent to which propaganda works against them. There's a lot of stuff. We live in a society, you know? But I don't believe in people just being like these innate, flowery, perfect, like moral beings or anything. We are what society makes us. And Googly Moogly with the $2. Vaush respond to Cosmic Skeptic versus Doug Murray? Googly Moogly, I'm terribly sorry, but I don't know what you're referring to there. It's conceivable that I could. That's something I might be able to talk about. Folks, good news! We've done the Cathedral of the Deep. She's also friends with Kevin Logan, who's called Shoot a Cum Bucket, but Christy is okay with it because he said sorry. Wait, aren't I friends with Kevin Logan? I know so many people now. It's so weird being like a public figure. No, okay. No, I'm not friends with Kevin Logan, okay. I was thinking of somebody else. Some other Kevin? I know you care about the general well-being of humanity, but do you value this axiomatically, or is there some underlying belief that causes this value? No. It's axiomatic. It's not conditional. Riding the wave, baby. Yeah, I don't doubt it, Hyena. He literally called her a cum bucket in his series about the reactionaries on YouTube, and he took it down. What? Isn't Shoe Head in like a 24/7 kink relationship? Maybe she... No, that's not true. Don't call women cum buckets just because they're sexually submissive. Don't know, Undinor. Kevin Logan once made a joke about black MGTOWs being called NIGTOWs. Now that's the edgy humor I like to see. It's so fucking weird being a... Like, it's really surreal. Because just a year ago, if I ever thought about talking to Contra, this sounded like an impossibility. Talking to ContraPoints? Talking to fucking Natalie Wynn? Are you fucking kidding me? She's not even a real person. She's not even really a human. She's just like this excellent public figure who I will never interact with. And now I can just talk to her on Twitter, like in DMs. And the weirder thing is that now it feels normal to me. Like, it doesn't even feel surreal anymore. It just feels like natural, like, yeah, of course I can talk to Contra, you know? I have influence, she has influence. It took less than a year for me to become accustomed to the idea of being a public figure. Is that strange? Was that too fast? Yeah, funny rhetorician. Fame and popularity in the modern times is very, very fucking weird. It's nothing like how it used to be. Okay, I remember these guys. Those skeletons can parry you. There's a particular position they hold their sword in. And they can parry you if you hit them when they're like that. I've not seen it, Noctis, but it would be worthwhile to, I imagine. Have a good one, Grey Knight. How did this person die? Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, Darius Cypher, it's actually incredible how far things have come. Darius Cypher! Darius Cypher, can I commission you to make another, UI element for the Theater of Consumption? I might do IRL streaming one day, Dad. That was the parry indicator. It's when they hold it like that. Darius Cypher, I would love it if we could have a Theater of Consumption UI similar to what we have now, but for non-combat / exploration scenes where it's just people talking, so the cameras are really big for everyone. So it's the 6 of us, the 5 players and me, and we just take up all the space except for the chat and the D&D roll. The Roll20 chat, you know? Something like that. And I could switch to it. What's the last PhilosophyTube video you watched? I watch all PhilosophyTube videos now, the modern ones. Have you ever thought of doing React Andy streams would be fun? Maybe, I don't know if anyone cares. I don't actually know how many people who watch me because of our similar political positions and how many watch me because they like me. Funny Rhetorician 94, it might be something I'm down to do in the future, but right now I'm trying to do more populist-leaning content, you know? More like clickbaity, appealing to popular sentimental mentality sort of stuff. I have, Lone Cat. Would I become a capitalist if it was somehow demonstrated that capitalism produced the most well-being for humanity? Yeah, of course. I don't believe in socialism, like, axiomatically. I just think that socialism can lead to better lives for people. If it ends up not being the case, then I'll change my mind. Hell yeah, Dairy Cypher. Mary Henri? I think we're already too late for that. Oh! Where'd the other one go? Oh. Ah, that's such a stock noise. Ah. Lone Cat, what you mean me asking other people to kill themselves? I'm just trying to chill out a little bit. Oh, nice, funny rhetorician. No principles whatsoever. Oh, Dairy Cypher, you asking for a rate? If you were to make such a thing, like, what would be fair? Like $120, perhaps? Oh, it's something private? Oh, I see. I wasn't asking about money, but that's fine. Gotcha. Well, I'll never ask for something from someone without paying them fairly. No, 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 no! Whatever. I don't care anymore. Yeah, Spout would be lovely. Now, mind you, the medication I take, lithium, is, true, Derry. The medication I take, lithium, is extremely cheap. I can get like 120 pills of lithium for $8 or so, which is fine. That's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that price. Though obviously even cheaper would be preferable. At minimum wage, federally, that's about an hour of work, you know, without taxes. Would be nice if it was free. But there are some medications in this country that are ludicrously expensive. We cleared this area, right? Yeah, I can't believe America intervened in the Bolivian coup just to secure more lithium so they could continue to supply it to me specifically. Did a piece on N and Girid Haridas? Noctis, I'm afraid I do not know what you were referring to there. Fair, Gina Ragnos. I mean, that is how this thing tends to work, isn't it? Right? You only get offended if they're people you don't like. Do you still think Bernie won't win? Yes, but we'll see. Thoughts on Trump impeachment? Trump won't get impeached, but the theater is fun. What are your No! Does lithium help you out a lot? Any drawbacks? It helps me out a lot, no drawbacks. Yeah, we jumped back into politics so goddamn quickly. Alright. We're running. These days, about 10 hours, Gayfesh. Ha! Sorry. Not quite. Semaphore with a tier 1 sub, thank you very much. God. No! Not like this! The ball will take you all. Thoughts on leftist political streamers getting their... No, 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 no. Ah! 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 Building their little friend group, shitting on other leftists and being cringy as fuck. I'm not biased. Listen. If people want to get in with their friend groups to talk shit about others, then that's their prerogative. Hello, Witch Hat Man. If they want to do that, then that's their prerogative. I won't fault them for that. My issue My issue isn't necessarily with the shit talk, with the shit talking as it is like the underlying thought process, like what's leading them to feel and think that way, you know? Are there any, wait, how often do like lefty Twitch streamers shit talk me? I don't know. I see when YouTubers talk about me because my fans talk about it. When it comes to Twitch streamers, the only times I get informed that people are talking about me is when it's Destiny or Hassan. Quick game recommendations. Never Failure. I don't know what you're into. Try Hollow Knight or Celeste. They're phenomenal games. Very often? Really? What is there to talk about? I know the Surfs talked about me because Lance watched my video, and then he got banned for it. Oh, you've played both? Oh, Never Failure. Never Failure. Right now I'm having a lot of fun with a game called Noita. Try that. I hear your name here and there. Well, it's nice to be known. Usually when I hear people talk about you, they say you're unnecessarily belligerent but necessary. That's the weird thing to me. I know that a lot of the people who shit talk me don't actually watch my content, but I feel I'm pretty confident that I don't actually act that belligerent. I'm not actually that belligerent of a person. I'm actually usually pretty level-headed when talking about stuff. The anger and the performativity and the noise aren't, like... I don't know if I would call them belligerent. A defective tool? Oh, lovely. Such low opinions of me. I'm just loud? Yeah. I'm trying to get less loud, too. I'm trying to be more bombastic, but less loud. Alright, what are we... Guess we'll just do this for now. I suppose, Pessimist. The Flick, Gayfish. Have I played Pathologic? Leia! Leia! Please! Leia, H-Bomber Guy is the second most passionate advocate for the Pathologic games. In the lefty YouTube community, okay? Oh, did you come back? Nice! That was a bullshit backstab. Guess it depends on how hard the flick is. Oh, gotcha, Noctis. I legit wonder if YouTubers are just not good at understanding arguments. For the most part, people, I mean YouTube viewers, don't care about finding logical arguments. They care about finding arguments that support their pre-held positions. So they're going to find people who make them feel good, not people who actually make good arguments. And the people who make good arguments aren't going to be as popular as the people who make you feel good. Oh, shit. Guys, trust me, I would make a fucking 8-hour video on Pathologic if only I believed I could possibly make money back on that investment. But my Patreon is not the size of H-Bombers, or Contras, or Philosophy Tubes. Oh, you know, not that I should complain, by the way. I probably make, like, as much as them. If I did fancy costumes, I might get more patrons. Yeah, maybe. Dude, I lost so many Patreon subs after the Sargon debate. Holy shit. A lot of them might have been a coincidence because it was coming up on holidays, so people need to save money and consolidate anyway. But I lost a lot. Ah, feels bad. Yeah, about $150 worth. Craft Mids, the 10 bucks. Thank you very much, comrade. Support Radical Worker Cooperative Enterprise. Discount Vaush 1312 for my comrades. Oh, shit! You're right. Hold on, comrades. Are you ready for the very first Vaush sponsorship? I'm not joking. Are you actually ready? Shut the fuck up and listen. I got an email today, a very not cringe email, from a fucking... I don't get paid for this, guys, okay? So it's not even a sponsorship. I got an email, and apparently some Deuterino in Russia and some Deuterino in California have worked together and formed a worker co-op to make t-shirts. Look at this. Look at these tee designs. These are actually really fucking cool. Normally, I find overtly political shit kinda cringy. Some of these are actually really fucking rad. The goods one for the people, this fucking like Christmas wrapper design. The weeds overgrowing the communist hammer and sickle. These are some fucking sick, and they're reasonably priced too. For like an online independently produced shirt for 23 bucks. That's really fucking rad. What does the Japanese mean? Goods for the people. This looks really sick. I would probably get this. I would absolutely get this, the goods for the people Japanese one. The overgrown weeds one is really nice too. I don't normally like the hammer and sickle iconography, but for this one, the way the weeds are overgrowing it, it kind of, to me, it means like we respect it, but it's old, it's dusty, it's been overgrown, we're building off from it, you know? The goods one here, the anarchy symbol one, obviously, and the fully automated luxury space communism one looks like this weird Zerist mix, this really weird Zerist mix of like Bioshock tier Dada-esque iconography and like 1950s like Fallout era. These are really sick designs, and apparently, you can get a discount if you say Vaush 81312 as the fucking promo code. So wait, hold on, wait. Wait, I'm making it for the fucking promo code because I respect this shit. I don't know what the quality of the materials are, but just design wise, you know. Okay, I have that right? There we go. Oh, god damn it. Hold on. I fucked that up. There we go. Yeah, but I added the promo code. Well, silence, that's what I try to do for the most part. More important to me than being, like, crazy big brain myself is getting the people who watch me to be big brain. That doesn't mean that I'm, like, the smartest man in the universe who can single-handedly, divinely inspire everyone else to do better. It just means that I have some interests and skill sets that I think other people can learn from. Do you think you could ever do a deal with them to do merch, or are they too small to do that? If I ever do merch, I'll probably independently produce it or something. But I really like their work, so I think it should be called out, especially since it's a worker co-op. Here we go. You have connections to Nick Fuentes, friends with some of his family members, and I can say this. He was also like a John Doyle, great high school debater that didn't go past that into college and debates like a high schooler. Yeah, I've seen Nick Fuentes debate. Guys, really quickly, in case you've never done this, the debate between Nick Fuentes and Destiny is really fucking good. That might actually be Destiny's best debate ever. It's the second debate. They did two. The first one was John Doyle trying to convince Destiny that it's like America should be an ethno-state. That America should be whites only, and this is in accordance with the founding fathers. Like, they lie all the time, Chappie, and this is in accordance with what the founding fathers wanted. And in the first debate, he presents a bunch of, oh, the bone wheels! The skelly wheels! Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, God! Not like this. In the first debate, Nick presents a bunch of information Destiny is not familiar with, so Destiny, after like 2 hours of talking, essentially backs off and says, okay, I'll take a look at this data, and then maybe we can meet up in a few weeks and follow up from there. And Nick made the mistake of agreeing, because the second debate opened with Destiny saying, so I looked through the data you gave me, and I guess not much to my surprise, it's basically all bullshit. And what followed was 2 hours of Nick getting blown out on every talking point. And it's because of that stream that I now know all of the arguments I will ever need to know about how Nick Fuentes defends ethno-nationalism, in case that ever comes up again in the future, and how to beat those arguments. Can I just kill the skeleton wheels? True funny rhetorician. True. Never failure with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Hey, buddy, used to be a conservative, then Destiny brought me over to the left. You were by far the best advocate for anti-capitalism I've ever seen. Love you, buddy. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Seriously, I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're over on, you know, over on the winning side now. Stop! Please stop, please. Please stop. Okay. Funny rhetorician, I tend to talk really fast, but I don't always wear suits, so that's fine. Any other co-ops you'd recommend? Nah, I don't have any in mind. Wheels for Torture seems a bit berserky parallel. The spinny skeleton wheels were also a big enemy in Dark Souls 1. Oh, it's a very specific form of fast talk? No, I know what you're talking about. The Ben Shapiro type thing. You're not just talking quickly, you're trying to... It's not just talking quickly, it's not just gish galloping either. It's a weird combination of them, where it feels as though they're actively trying to compensate for a lack of intellectual rigor with the speed at which they speak. I know what it looks like, you know? Doesn't Fuentes argue that posterity in the Constitution preamble shows the framers supported an ethno-state? Yeah, it's fucking insane. He says that posterity means European because of one word in an essay that was written by one of the founding fathers, completely unrelated to the preamble. So his logic is, in this essay we can infer, and you can't even do that he means European when he talks about posterity, and then in a completely separate document written by many more people in a different context, posterity is used. Therefore, they wanted a white ethno-state. The big counter to this, the biggest counter to this, is the fact that not only is there no evidence whatsoever to indicate that Europeans were the posterity that person was referring to, not only is there no reason whatsoever to believe that the personal opinions of one founding father reflected the subtle language of the founding document of the country, or one of the founding documents. Not only all of that, guys, remember when I said that there are piles of corpses in this game? Just mountains of corpses of people who are still suffering but can't move because their body is withered beyond movement? Not only all of that, however, one of the founding fathers, I believe it was Benjamin Franklin, had already written on how America has suffered from the inclusion of foreign peoples before. Do you know who he was referring to? Which swarthy, negroid, skulled group he was referring to? It was the Germans, the Aryan race. They had already talked about how America has suffered the evil of its caricature being supplanted by a different ethnic group before. They had already made mention of that. So if the founding fathers are going to complain about Germans and the German character disrupting America, it's pretty obvious that whiteness isn't exactly what they were trying to preserve here. It was Anglo-Saxon whiteness. And even in the case of Anglo-Saxon whiteness, they did not enshrine it into the Constitution. They didn't. If it was so important to them, maybe they should have written it in a founding document somewhere. You know, America's meant to be a a white nation, but it just slipped them by. I have seen the new Sean video, or at least I'm halfway through it. This guy's such a fucking pain. Can't remember if you said you'd work on being more calm in debates or if you thought you did fine in that front. No. I need to be more calm in certain circumstances. In certain circumstances. I know about motion twins. It's fine to not be calm in certain respects. It's fine to be... It's better to be calm in most respects, but it's fine sometimes not to be. Are you finding a type of material? No. I'm just killing all the enemies, not trying to, like, run through and get everything. I want all the weapons in the game, or at least all the ones I can find lying on the ground, just so I can fuck around later. Has the debate with vegan gains went down yet? Yeah, I already debated vegan gains. That happened like a month and a half ago. There was a bunch of drama over it because a bunch of people interpreted what I said as being pro-pedophilia. How did that happen to vegan gains discussion? God only knows. I like Dark Souls series more, Never Failure. Just resonates more with me. Tommy Lauren did? Oh. Why are you so speedy? Wait, progressing towards the left makes you depressed, or the fact that it happens slowly makes you depressed? I don't know if I can change your mind. Peer-reviewed scientific data isn't debatable. How the fuck do I reinforce that? If somebody wants to be anti-reason and anti-science, there's nothing I can do. All you can do at that point is make fun of them. Rhetoric 103 on the Killstream debate? That would also be a good idea. Hey there, Legion Populi. Crab. You've said before Dark Souls 2 is a bad game. What are your reasons for that? No, I haven't. I don't believe that it's a bad game. I think the Dark Souls 2 is a pretty excellent game. I don't think it's as good as Dark Souls 1 or 3, but I think it's a pretty great game. Also, the Dark Souls 2 DLC is phenomenal. Even if the base game isn't as good as Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 3, the DLC for Dark Souls 2 is really top-notch. Seen H Bomber Guy's video in Dark Souls 2? Yes, I have. We're going to be playing Dark Souls 2 after this, you know. Maybe not immediately after, but we're going to be playing it after. That's true, Undead Nor. That's one of the ways in which you can tell that white supremacists, like Nick Fuentes, don't actually care about white people. They just fucking hate non-white people. You know how I can tell? Because none of those neo-Nazis ever engage in politics of compassion for the people they claim to care about. They will never, ever, ever do streams on mental health, on bettering people, on helping them deal or cope with emotional issues. They're cruel and aberrant towards each other just as they are towards us. They do not care about white people. They care about spiting non-white people. Goodbye. Probably eye dementia. Should I get the anarchist shirt or the plain iron and sickle? Get the anarchist shirt. Rep. Do you think Jordan Peterson cares about white people? I think that Jordan Peterson on some level does actually want to help people, yes. I do believe that. Tips on increasing discoverability as a streamer? Wait, hold on. Wait, which one? There we go. No, they made it through! Ha! In terms of discoverability, that really depends on whether you're streaming on Twitch or YouTube. I'm not really sure, comrade. Why do you think Abraham Lincoln was the best president? Dealt with the greatest... No! Dealt with the greatest crises America has ever faced. Crushed the South. You know how it is. Oh, DJ Zerativ, I love you, comrade, but I'm not doing, I'm not... if you email the song to me, if you just email it to me, you don't have to donate or anything. I'll listen to it. Told my uncle that he and Marx were pen pals and he was not happy. Figures. What are my thoughts on FDR? FDR was a generally good president. There are a lot of problems I have with what he did, and oh my god, I have a lot of problems with what he did. There's no getting around that. But it would be, I think it would be very silly of me. Did you know there are still places today that are mad at Lincoln? Oh yeah, I know. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have Alabaman relatives. I am well aware that there are unironic, the South will rise again, fucking Confederate staters. I am totally aware of that. No need to remind me. Unworthy. Thank you, Gina Ragnos. You'll have to message me over Discord or email or something for me to catch that, though. Alright, where are my souls? How'd they get this far up? Thoughts on Teddy Roosevelt? There were some aspects of Teddy Roosevelt that were unironically incredibly based. And there are some aspects of Teddy Roosevelt that are pretty bad. Hold on, folks. Are you ready for a boss that's like really shit to play but has incredible fucking cinematic appeal? Never failure. It is very hard, but it's a skill you learn. The imperialism is the bad part, yes. Top 5 presidents? I don't know. Top 5 bosses. Yeah, it's true. Their movement does thrive off of mental illness. They don't want to deal with that. They don't care about white people. When have Nazis or fascists ever made life better for white people? Think of all the fascists and fascist regimes out there. Do they ever actually improve things for white people, or do they just take anger out on non-white people? There is a way to cheese this boss, but I don't want to for cinematic sake. Oh! Nice! Guys, lore time. High Lord Volnir was just that, a High Lord. He was a god king, a conqueror of worlds. And empires. Back in his era, there were many kingdoms strewn across the land. He was strong enough. He alone was strong enough to best them, to kill their leaders, and he melted the king's crowns down into a single crown, a massive one, which he has sitting now upon his head. But he made a mistake. Though his power and ambition were enormous, they eventually led him towards studying the dark magics of the Abyss. The abyssal magic that the undead legions of Farron's Keep were determined to keep from the world. As he explored those dark magics, the same dark magic which warped his size, his power, his strength, his magics, he saw attention from them. And the undead legions of Farron Keep, immortal, unkillable, not going hollow, too determined to back down, eventually buried the kingdom of Karthus, leaving only this, the catacombs of Karthus. Where he now rests, and makes for a very unsatisfying boss fight. Gayfesh with the $5, thank you! When you get a moment, check out this tweet, it's fucking amazing. Maybe I will, comrade, maybe I will. Thank you for the dono, by the way. Oh good, funny rhetorician, fucking do it. This game's worth it. Yeah, his bracelets, those bracelets of rays of light, Those were the only things keeping him from returning to the abyss. In some contexts, that could be funny. My girlfriend is Latina. At times, I have made fun of her for her inferior genes. But in the context of our relationship, it's pretty obviously not a problem. But he just said there, I hate her when she's racist and love her when she's not, which kind of suggests that he's not okay with centuries of systemic scientific racism being waved in his face like that. So I don't know about that one. Why is Nick Fuentes a white supremacist? Even if they got their way, a white ethnostate, he would still be purged? I don't fucking know. Ask Andy Ngo. Ask fucking James Alsup. Ask fucking all the white nationalists out there who are non-white or have married non-white people. These people just don't... Alright, guys. It's time for us to bring this stream to an end. But there's good news. When we next play, we have our choice. We can go down to hell and fight demons, or we can go up to Irithyll of the Boreal Valley, which is fucking gorgeous, by the way. Can you believe that all of this that we're looking at right now, it's not a skybox or a background model. This is an actual city that we get to walk around. All of these are actual loaded buildings. Demons or Irithyll? The demon area is Cancer. It kind of is, but it's still pretty fun. And I do like the Smoldering Lake. Hey, DJ Zerative with the $5. Thank you. Wait, Vaush, I don't know what your email is. I ended up donating anyway, lol. Are you sure emailing the song I want to share with you is the way you want it? Yeah. I always check every email. I don't check every Discord message. Go for it. And it's just voshvidya@gmail.com. Know of any streams on after you that I should check out? That's a good question. Let's see if there's anyone popping off right now. You once spoke Spanish to Fuentes just to annoy him? I can't believe you've spoken to Fuentes. You're fucking making moves. Funny rhetorician. Isn't it funny, but also kind of scary how big Fuentes has gotten? His popularity and influence will fucking plummet the moment he inevitably does get banned from Twitch, but still. His family dropped him like a rock? Nice! Vaush doesn't accurately represent the dirtbag left any more than he represents the left. For him, both are branding choices for his American chauvinist, liberal, anti-communist, destiny-orbiting freak show. God, dude. Badman Massive was such a massive piece of shit. Holy fuck. He's such a fucking tanky dude. I remember my discussion with him fondly. It wasn't very productive. Actually, you don't want to alienate tankies because, I don't know if you know this, but basically all people who do IRL leftist activism are Stalinists. Oh, really? Do you have any data on that? Yeah, here's this chart saying that most people who do left-leaning advocacy identify as communist. This says communist. Well, you have to trust me. They're really Stalinists. Like, all right. Get out of here. Get me out of here, please. God. Thank you all so much for the delightful stream. Let me try and skim real quick to see if I didn't miss any donos. RM Brown with the $2. Do you have any advice for newer YouTubers? Not very much, no. Do the best you can. Make content you feel other people would be willing to pay for, but then offer it for free. Make a Patreon at the same time. Cross-collaborate whenever you can. Ride the waves of current popular topics. Find a way to turn like public events or like popular events into something you can sort of specifically derive discourse from. I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it. Whatever it is, I think you can do it, comrade. All right, I have a headache. I'm gonna head out, folks. I love you. Have yourself a good stream. Night stream. Night.